The bush trips in Microsoft Flight Simulator can be a fun sightseeing tour. But once you start flying multiple legs, you're going to notice that your fuel situation is going to get pretty dire pretty quickly. The usual controls to refuel in the bush trips aren't available, so you have to use a slight workaround to get it to work. I'm going to jump into the game and show you that workaround right now. Alright, I've got the game all loaded up and I'm going to load the next leg of my Balkans trip. Alright, so the leg is loaded and I'm just about ready to take off. Right now I've got enough fuel in the plane, as you can see on the fuel gauge that's here. I'll just switch to the outside view so we can see it a bit better. So you can see I've still got 72%. But let's say the fuel was running a little bit low. The option for refueling isn't available in the menus here. Possibly it'll be fixed in a later version of the game once they release a fix for it, but for right now we have to use a little bit of a workaround to refuel the plane. The trick to refueling during the bush trip is to map a key to either your keyboard or joystick to refuel for you automatically. So I'm going to go into the controls and I'm going to search for repair and refuel right there. I'm going to assign it to a keyboard control, but you could just as well assign it to a mouse button or to a button on your controller. So in my case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to map it to Alt-Shift-R. It's a little bit hard to find combinations that are free. I tend to use the Alt-Shift combination because generally there isn't anything mapped to that already. I'll just validate that. There we go, so it's set. I just hit apply and save, and I am good to go. Now that I'm back in the flight, all I have to do is hit my keyboard shortcut and we should see the fuel gauge go from 71% to 100%. So now I can keep flying and I don't have to worry about running out of fuel. I recommend you do this before your fuel situation gets too low. I've seen a few threads on Microsoft forums where people have said that they've run out of fuel and haven't been able to refuel and had to refly the previous leg to be able to refuel. So to avoid that, just make sure that when you're getting, I don't know, let's say below 50%, that you just refuel so you don't take that chance. And that's my wing tip for this week. I hope you got some use out of it, and if you have any questions about the process that I just went through, feel free to drop them in the comments. Otherwise, I'll see you again next time.